That's how fast you're going to throw your friends who are obviously not racist under the bus. I think I have been so disappointed in the, quote, allies of Joe Rogan. I'm floored. I think it's our duty, all of us. I mean, you're doing a whole show on it today, so you're doing your part. All of us have a duty. If we want to live in a society where we are not defined by our worst moments, we have to come to the defense of good people who are in the crosshairs of the woke mob. So Rogan has spent all of his time here. You know how many millionaires this guy has made getting people who just wrote a book to come on his podcast? It goes out to 11 million people. Suddenly they're a New York Times bestseller. Andrew Yang is a guy that came out. He was running for president, polling at nothing, and comes on Rogan's show, and now everybody knows Andrew Yang's name. He's far more popular after going on Joe Rogan's show. So Andrew Yang comes out and he says, he tweets out, quote, "I don't think Joe Rogan is a racist. The man interacts with and works with black people literally all the time." Reasonable take, you'd think to yourself. Most of us who have a working brain would continue scrolling through Twitter and say that makes some sense. He, 3 seconds after feeling a little bit of heat from the woke mob here, tweets out, "I deleted the tweet because it was wrong-headed. It also hurt people, which is never my intent. I'm sorry. I'm learning and appreciate those who reached out and expressed their feelings." How, like, is there a time where you can show us you're a coward in a shorter period of time than what Andrew Yang just did? The Rock did the same thing. The Rock came out after the first, quote, apology from Joe Rogan. He said, "Great stuff, brother. Perfectly articulated. Looking forward to coming up and breaking out the tequila with you and being on the show soon." Gets a little bit of pushback. I saw like a single tweet from a noteworthy person that you would consider to not be a bot. And he comes out again 3 seconds after a little bit of pushback from the woke mob and says, "I was not aware of his N-word use prior to my comments, but now I've become educated to his complete narrative. Learning moment for me." That's how fast you're going to throw your friends who are obviously not racist under the bus. And so we're surrounded by cowards. There's one guy that has come out. He had a Facebook post, and everyone should go read it. His name's David Goggins. I think you and probably everybody else has heard of him. Former Navy SEAL, went through SEAL training 3 times, like broke his whatever the first couple times, went back a 3rd time just so he could be a SEAL. Wasn't even interested in being a SEAL. He was just interested in doing difficult things. Then he became an Army Ranger. Now he runs ultra marathons by himself, 100 miles. And so one of the toughest people, perhaps the toughest person on the face of the planet, wrote a Facebook post yesterday that I could not admire anymore. He said, quote, "I've been attacked by a few people for being friends with Joe Rogan as of late. Funny, you must have me mistaken for somebody that actually gives an F about your opinion." And he went on to say, basically, "Hey, listen, I don't approve of what he said, but all you judging mother effers, take some time to think about what would happen to you if all the skeletons in your closet were put on display and everyone saw them. Perhaps you might think again before rushing to judgment." That is a guy with some courage. We already knew he was tough, but he in his post talked about, "Look, I don't have sponsors. I got nobody that's taking money from me. Keep listening to me or don't. I don't care. I'm just telling you what I think. And in America, that's what we need to be doing."